Good morning, and welcome to the 2023 Arthur J. Prescott National Honor Society Tapping and Introduction Ceremony. Please respectfully stand and join the current members in saying the pledge to the American flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. I would like to thank our superintendent, Mr. Justin Christopher, for joining us in this ceremony today and supporting all of the students of Newton Falls Schools. At this time, I would like to turn over the podium to our superintendent, Mr. Justin Christopher, who would like to share a few words.
Bryce, a little bit taller than I am. Good morning. Dear esteemed guests, students, and members of the National Honor Society, it is an honor to stand before you today to celebrate the induction of our new members into the National Honor Society. This prestigious organization recognizes academic excellence, leadership, service, and character, and it is a testament to the dedication and hard work of the students who have been selected for membership. To our inductees, I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations on this well-deserved achievement. Your commitment to excellence has been recognized by your peers and the faculty of our school, and it is a testament to your dedication to your education and your community. You have worked hard to maintain high standards in your academic pursuits while also demonstrating leadership, service, and character that sets you apart from your peers. As members of the National Honor Society, you are now part of a community of scholars and leaders who have made a commitment to excellence and service. You have been recognized not only for your academic achievements, but also for your dedication to making a positive impact in your school and community. As such, you are expected to continue to demonstrate the qualities of leadership, service, and character that have earned you this honor. I encourage you to embrace this opportunity to be part of a community that values excellence and service. Your membership in the National Honor Society comes with the responsibility to set an example for others to follow, to use your talents and abilities to make a positive impact, and to continue to strive for excellence in all that you do. Once again, congratulations to our new National Honor Society inductees. We are proud of your accomplishments and look forward to seeing the great things you will achieve in the future. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to introduce our high school principal, Mrs. Rachel Rankin, who would like to share a few words.
Good morning, everyone. It is an honor to stand before you today and recognize some of the most remarkable students in our school community. These young individuals have not only demonstrated exceptional academic achievements, but they've also shown an unwavering commitment to serving their community through quality leadership. Their dedication to helping others is truly inspiring, and it is a testament to their exceptional character. These elite students have gone above and beyond to make a difference in the lives of those around them. From tutoring students in the district to volunteering at local charities, leading school safety initiatives like Say Hello and Say Something Week, organizing events such as the Community Easter Egg Hunt, which will be here at the school tomorrow, or the Christmas Elf Experience, our Remembrance Garden out front for the veterans. They have demonstrated a level of compassion and selflessness for our school and our town that is truly remarkable. Their tireless efforts have not gone unnoticed, and we are proud to recognize them for their outstanding service, leadership, character, and academic achievement. It is through their actions that we can see the power of empathy, kindness, determination, and dedication, and we are grateful for their contributions to not only Newton Falls schools, but also our town. To these exceptional students, both current members and our inductees, today I say thank you and congratulations. Thank you for showing us all what it means to be a true leader with good character. Your dedication and service are an inspiration to us all, and we are honored to celebrate your achievements today. Congratulations.
At this time, I would like to introduce our National Honor Society advisor, Mrs. Mary Ann Donnelly.
And I'm way shorter than Bryce, so. Good morning, staff, students, and guests, as well as the future National Honor Society members. This morning, we will be formally recognizing those students who have been selected by our chapter's faculty council to be members of the Arthur J. Prescott chapter of the National Honor Society. Today, we will induct 15 new members. Those who will be called today to membership in the National Honor Society have made some hard choices over the years. They have chosen to study for that exam or work on that project instead of going to a party. They worked hard to soak in every drop of knowledge that we, the staff of Newton Falls, have had to share. Even if sometimes they thought, when will I ever use this? They took it in, though, to be a well-rounded and cultured and enlightened individual. Why? Because they valued education. They have demonstrated how to lead in many different ways, as they know that you do not need to be a class or club officer to show positive leadership. These students understand that one's actions demonstrate leadership, and it can be positive or it can be negative, and they chose to be positive. Former President John Quincy Adams said, "If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader." They have chosen to be honorable and someone who can be relied upon because they know everything relates to our character. Even when they may have wanted to say or do something that maybe wasn't quite so kind, they did not, because they know having good character is doing what is right no matter who is watching. They are someone who shows their commitments. They are individuals who can be trusted and will represent Newton Falls and the National Honor Society in a glowing light. Chris Banskew said, "Character is the most important trait that we should look for in others. If a person does not have good character, nothing else matters." Those who are accepted as members of the National Honor Society must show that they are committed to making a positive influence on their community. Over the course of the next year, these inductees will engage in quite a bit of community service. Gandhi once said, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." And these students, well, they're in the time of their life when they are finding themselves. We wish to instill the idea of making a positive difference within our local community that will last a lifetime, and encourage our members to continue to help their communities whenever possible for the remainder of their days. Once inducted, members are charged with the responsibility to uphold the pledge that they make today and to continue to demonstrate and enhance the qualities that earned them the honor of being inducted today. These students, each, like those before them, will continue to improve upon these qualities, our pillars of the National Honor Society: character, leadership, service, and scholarship. They each will strive to be better tomorrow than they are today. We should all follow this same credo. As for our current membership, The main focus of this year's National Honor Society has been to work together as a group on two of the National Honor Society pillars, service and scholarship, while the members individually honed their personal skill set for character and leadership. As a group, they have aided our community when assistance has been requested. Some of the assistance that they have provided include participation with the Kiwanis Club and their backpack program, assisting with flag removal from the cemeteries, and helping at the cakewalk. They helped out at the chili cook-off and participated with the Commerce Association events like the tree lighting, the Christmas in the Village event, and the Santa breakfast. At our elementary and middle school, they helped with the ABC Club and some of their events, including their elementary field day, Santa shop, and holiday luncheon. Here at the high school junior high, they helped out at open house by passing out schedules and tutoring, as well as collecting water with other groups in the building for the first responders and citizens of East Palestine affected by the train derailment. Passing by the front of the school, you may have noticed a little white picket fenced area on the front lawn. Now, some have joked and said, "What's with the grave in the front of the school?" Well, it's not a grave. It's actually the site of where we have begun work on the Tomb of the Unknown Soldiers Never Forget Garden, in remembrance of our veterans and former Tigers who have pledged their lives to protect our country and our freedoms. We began last fall and have been mixing and pouring our own cement paver walkway, and we will continue working on it again soon to complete it. We have begun growing plants for it from seeds, twice now, due to the great flood of 2022, that our school definitely endured. A bench is being donated where visitors will be able to sit and reflect. We have a never forget plaque for it, and a tree has been grown from an acorn from a witness tree at President Monroe's house, where he would often meet with Thomas Jefferson. It will be our tree of knowledge and endurance. We will be putting a time capsule in the garden as well. All current members, including those who will be inducted today, will be provided the opportunity to add something to the time capsule when we dedicate it, which will hopefully be around Memorial Day. And with many hands making light work, that seems pretty feasible. Above these group activities, the members have also been working on individual service projects. Each year, members are charged to provide at least 30 hours of personal community service to locations and groups of their interest. Some of the services provided this year include helping out at the Salvation Army, Samaritan's Purse Operation Christmas Child, helping the AMVETS with planting flowers at Veterans Park, volunteering at supporting events, church events, and shelters. They helped as camp counselors for the elementary Camp Fitch trip and were leadership interns for the Camp Invention, among others. Now, I just want to point something out. As you can see, we have a very small group this year. This is the smallest number of National Honor Society members that we've had in a number of years. Yet, they have turned in documentation for, get this, 534 hours of community service. This is above what we did as a group. Now, first of all, that's outstanding, and it really fills my heart with Tiger pride. But I don't know if anybody else in the room noticed or not, but this is also the road that our school resides on, 534. I couldn't get them to hit that number again if I tried. In addition to the community help requests we address as a group and individual community projects members participated in on their own, we also serve our community by providing activities for the family to do together and use the proceeds to go towards our philanthropy. We have already held 2 of these events this year. The first was the annual Zombie Run. This year, we once again used our profits to purchase toys for the local Santa's workshop in town. Our second event was the Elf Party, where the children were able to join with some North Pole elves. in a fun evening where they got to stuff their own toys, make holiday ornaments, gingerbread houses, etc. Proceeds from this event usually go towards our spring events, including materials for our annual Easter egg hunt, among others. The Easter egg hunt, which we are combining with the cities this year, as the original date was the same date as our own, will be held right here on campus tomorrow. And we look forward to it being a fun time for all. For the scholarship focus, we noticed that the National Honor Society provides the student body with information about prevention of school violence and social isolation through the Sandy Hook Promise programs of Start with Hello Week and Say Something Week, the latter, which we just concluded last week, and drug prevention with the National Family Partnerships Red Ribbon Week campaign. In addition to the prevention program information the National Honor Society provides, they also help our Tiger family with their own current classroom concepts and academic performance by continuing their peer tutoring program, the Tiger Den Learning Center. Any student at the junior-senior high school can get academic help during most of the periods of the school day. As you can see, we do try our very best to serve our school and local community. But each year, we look for projects that have global reach as well. The past 2 years, we joined other National Honor Society chapters from around the country to help build sustainable schools in Côte d'Ivoire in West Africa. We did this by purchasing bricks made of recycled plastic. This spring, we look forward to purchasing a brick again this year for each of our new inductees who will be called today to continue aiding in this project. We also collected donations for the Hurricane Ian victims in Florida this past fall in coordination with a local insurance agency. All of these efforts reinforce to me what upstanding members of the community they are and will continue to be. At this time, I would like to extend a heartfelt congratulations to all of our new members who will be inducted today into membership of the National Honor Society. I look forward to working with you and seeing you grow in the upcoming months and year to come. Based on the history and success of past members, on behalf of myself and all of the staff here at Newton Falls, I know that I can say we cannot wait to see what you accomplish as this next group of members of the National Honor Society's Arthur J. Prescott chapter. To our current members, who will be graduates soon. As always, I challenge you to continue to be pillars of your community. Never allow yourself to ever stop learning or providing for your fellow man. You can achieve whatever you set your mind to. You have many talents. Please make sure that you do not waste any of them. William Arthur Ward once said, "If you can imagine it, you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can become it." And Mother Teresa said, "I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the water to create many ripples." Take those words to heart. Continue to work towards your dreams, make them happen, and make as many ripples as you can to help change the world. Thank you. At this time, I would like to now introduce Natalie Albert, our historian, who will say a few short words.
Our chapter of the National Honor Society was granted its charter on April 10, 1957. Key to the formation of our chapter was Arthur J. Prescott, whom our chapter is named after. Originally, it was called the Newton Falls chapter of the National Honor Society, but our name was changed after Mr. Prescott died suddenly. I believe our chapter honors him not because of his passing, but because of all his accomplishments during his time in Newton Falls. Prescott was not only a co-founder of our National Honor Society, but he was also an English teacher, guidance counselor, and superintendent here at Newton Falls. He was also a World War II veteran and was the writer of our Newton Falls alma mater. Arthur J. Prescott is the perfect example of what an NHS member should represent. Not only did he accomplish every goal he set for himself, but he strove to be a better person each and every day. He set the bar for the future of the National Honor Society, and fellow members and new inductees should be honored to be a part of something so special. This organization has taught me many things, but the most valuable has been the rewarding feeling in giving back. Volunteering has given me a natural sense of accomplishment and identity, and it is something I hope to continue after my time at Newton Falls High School. I know my fellow National Honor Society members feel the same. At this time, I would like to call our president, Bryce Barnhart, back to the podium to begin the official installation of our new members. Thank you.
This morning, the membership of the Arthur J. Prescott chapter of the National Honor Society will be inducting its new members. The candle burning before us is a symbol of our emblem, a burning torch superimposed upon a keystone supported at the base by the letters CSLS, representing the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society. Our 4 additional officers will review these pillars and the qualities of the candidates. The first pillar we will be hearing of today, scholarship, will be explained by our Vice President, Arlene Adams.
Scholarship. Scholarship denotes a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for human education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the high success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, the torch guiding us to understand the present, and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
The second pillar, leadership, will be explained by our secretary, Kaylee Blom.
Leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking initiative in the classroom and in school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to reach their common goals of success. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a school, community, or nation, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed, thus to lead is a meaningful and substantive charge to each of our members.
The third pillar, service, will be explained by our treasurer, Emily Nutter.
Service. Service can be established in the routine of the day's work, where many opportunities arise to help others both at school and in the community. A willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or public recognition is the quality we seek in our membership and promote for the entire student body. We are committed to volunteering our time and talents to the creation of a better tomorrow.
The fourth pillar, character, will be explained by our historian, Natalie Albert.
Character. Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for each of us our individuality, our personality, our goodness. It is that without which no one can respect oneself, nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life, and once developed, grows steadily within. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant thought and action, the daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be, in reality, what we wish to appear to others to be, rather than to seem. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, reliability, honesty, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, sincerity, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
At this time, we will begin the tapping ceremony. As your name is called, please stand, walk to the front of the stage, and meet a National Honor Society member. Proceed to the stage for congratulations, to sign the official chapter member registry, and receive your certificate, pin, and membership card. The National Honor Society now calls Caitlin Grimm. The National Honor Society now calls Lauren Burvish. Yes. The National Honor Society calls Emilia Colosima. The National Honor Society now calls Zachary Stinson. The National Honor Society now calls Caden Short. The National Honor Society now calls Danielle Drake. The National Honor Society now calls Alexander Stinson. The National Honor Society now calls Ivy Hong. The National Honor Society now calls Katrina Braun. Embarrassing for me. The National Honor Society now calls 6 more. The National Honor Society now calls Nicholas Lampman. The National Honor Society now calls Jason Decker. The National Honor Society now calls Melanie Zimmerman. The National Honor Society now calls Jacob Stimpert. The National Honor Society calls Jordan Moffitt. You have heard the pillars of our principles explained to you and are now ready to take the pledge. Please stand, current and new inductee members, and repeat after me. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to my principles for which it stands. I will be local to my school and will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship service, leadership, and character. Congratulations, you are now members of the Arthur J. Prescott chapter of the National Honor Society. Please be seated. At this time, I'm going to turn the stage over to our guidance counselor, Mr. Scott Kernan, for the Buckeye Boys and Girls State Delegate presentations and Americanism test results. Mr. Kernan.
Mrs. Rankin just asked me if I needed a step stool to get on the microphone here. I don't appreciate that, but we'll deal with that later. Still trying to figure it out. Okay, good morning, everyone, and congratulations to the National Honor Society inductees and their parents. Congratulations again. Job well done. I want to start off by saying thank you to the American Legion Post 236 for all that you do for our community and our students, including sponsoring these two great programs, Boys and Girls State. We have our representatives here today. We're joined by Donna Ball, Jim Hash, and Joe Nicolino. They're representing American Legion Post 236. Before we bring this year's delegates up on stage, I would like to tell you a little bit about Boys and Girls State. Buckeye Boys State started in 1936, and Buckeye Girls State started in 1947. Notice the name of each program. They both start with Buckeye. Boys and Girls State programs are part of something that goes on in nearly every state in our country. But the Buckeye programs are the biggest, the best, and the most well-attended Boys and Girls State programs in our country. The young men and women that we will call up on stage today will not only be representing Newton Falls, they will be representing the great state of Ohio and our country as well. If you're new to this assembly, you might be asking yourself, what is Buckeye Boys State and Girls State? What's the purpose of it? What do they do there? Well, if you go online or look at a brochure, the answer to these questions sounds something like this. Buckeye Boys State is at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio, and Girls State is at the University of Mount Union in Alliance, Ohio. These programs are hands-on experiences in the operation of the democratic form of government, the organization of political parties, and the relationship of one to the other in shaping Ohio government. Young men and women will learn about city, county, and state government through a nonpartisan objective approach. Well, I don't know. If you ask me, that sounds kind of boring. I wouldn't be, if I was 16 and 17 years old, I probably wouldn't be gung-ho about that. But here's the deal. Who were the delegates last year? Stand up. Go ahead and let us see who went to Boys State and Girls State last year. If you're out in the crowd, stand up. Okay. So these students were given the opportunity to talk about their experience last year at Buckeye Boys State and Girls State. You can sit down now. Thank you. Their enthusiasm for the program was abundant as they talked about the new friendships they had made and the fun that they had at Boys and Girls State. Especially in a time where we are coming off COVID, which essentially taught us to stay to ourselves and not interact with each other. Programs such as Boys and Girls State are more important now than ever. Boys and Girls State is about change. It's about young men and women who may be shy, anxious, reserved, and quiet. It's about taking those students and watching them evolve and becoming outgoing, confident leaders in our school and our communities. It's about being away from home for a week without mom and dad. It's about living on a college campus and interacting and socializing with students their own age. It's about learning how to express their beliefs and ideas and have appropriate, civilized debates, and at the same time respect each other's differences. It's an eye-opening experience in which students become aware that there is life outside of Newton Falls, and at the same time reflect and learn to appreciate what this small town has done for them. It's about forming friendships with people that are different schools, different ethnicities, different race, different religious beliefs, and so much more. I said earlier that Boys and Girls State is about change. Our young men and women who will represent us this summer will be our future leaders. Their perspective on life will be different after their experience. It will be an experience they will never forget, and we can't wait to hear their stories and experiences when they return. Now I'd like to call Donna Ball to the podium to announce this year's delegates, starting with the boys first.
Good morning. I'm a firm believer in ladies first, but I won't argue. Our boys delegates this year are Alex Stinson, Isaac Underwood, Nicholas Lampman, Nick Moss, Zach Stinson, and Xander Miller. Our girls delegates, Lauren Burvish, Katrina Braun, Danielle Drake, Caitlin Grimm, Ivy Hung, Jordan Moffitt.
All right, great job. Thank you again, American Legion Post 236. The other item we'd like to recognize today is the Americanism test winners, okay? Every year, the American Legion sponsors the Americanism test. This test measures students' knowledge and is designed to test an individual's student knowledge of the following topics: the United States flag, the Declaration of Independence, the United States Constitution, and state, county, city, township, village, and local school district governments in Ohio. The test consists of 50 true, false, and multiple choice questions, as well as a 300-word essay. Once again, the American Legion sponsors this test by awarding how much? $75 check to the top boy and girl score in grades 10, 11, and 12. So I'd like to recognize those winners, and those checks are in the mail, right?
I'll drop them.
Mrs. Ball will drop them off, and you will get those checks soon. Okay, for the 12th grade winners of the Americanism test, we have David Medved and Lily Derry. Come on up. For the 11th grade winners, we have Isaac Underwood and Lauren Burvish. And for the 10th grade winners, we have Frank Hans and Veronica Hans. $10% of all checks go to your guidance counselor. Great job. Thank you. Good luck to our delegates this summer. And once again, one more round of applause for the American Legion that does so much for our community. Thank you. See you. All right, guys.
Thank you all for attending our National Honor Society induction and the presentation of the Buckeye Boys and Girls State Delegates, as well as the Americanism Test Awards. In just a moment, the National Honor Society members will recess. New inductees should follow the old members out in the recession when Miss Donnelly gets to your row. But before doing so, please join me once again in applauding all of our new National Honor Society members, Boys and Girls State Delegates, and Americanism Test awardees. Thank you. After the members of the National Honor Society recess, we invite all family members to exit to the commons and proceed to the library. We ask that the student body then sit down and remain until you are released. Will everyone now please stand as our officers extinguish the pillar candles and members of the National Honor Society recess?